Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back for another video. I still have one Balrog city building to try, and I'm talking about the wall. So I'm just gonna replace that unit right there. I'm gonna configure this one because I don't know if you remember, but you have a bonus when you have all the buildings coming from the Balrog city deployed. So I don't want to have that for now. So let's just build the wall, use that in battle, and let's see how it performs. Just so you know about it, the Gate of Hell fires a flaming boulder forward every 10 seconds, and the level 1, when it is destroyed, the nearest 3 buildings obtain 20% HP shield and damage bonus. So let's try that in battle. As always, the same stage, you don't have any fire bonus on that floor, and I'm using a full fire team, so I have more fire damage. Right before getting into the content, remember that if you want to spend anywhere in the game, you have a link in the description below to download and play the game through the Aptoide store to start getting some cash back on every purchase. If you're using the code Ducky as written on the right of the screen, guys, you're getting 5% more and you are supporting the channel. So thank you so much to everybody using the code. Thanks to you guys, I can purchase more things in the game and try more things on my channel. Thank you so much, guys. That said, let's get back in battle, new game, and let's try the efficiency of that new wall. So just in case you didn't know, if you want to know which one is better, guys, yeah, I have the gold mine because I have the camp. In the top position for now, from all the tests I made on my channel, the top one building is the tower, the Inferno Tower. Then this is the camp. Then you have the camp. After the camp, you have the archer barracks. After that, you have the workshop. And maybe in between, somewhere you have the wall. So let's try that, guys. So let's go in battle. Not gonna build the towers, I just want to see the efficiency of the walls, so I'm just going for that for now. As I did on my previous tests. Alright, so the first wave is over. Let's build the second mine right there, go back in battle, and then on the next day, I will build the wall. Alright, let's take the meteorite, kill the birds on the left. There we go. Gonna take that so I have some controls. I can upgrade that, get my other hero, and build the wall. And I'm gonna enhance the wall one time. Don't be... Alright, so these are the boulders. I need to kill the birds in priority, guys, before they reach my mines. Otherwise, they are gonna destroy the mines. I want to avoid that. Enhance the flame strike in priority. I don't know if they are dealing a lot of damage though. Let me check the building damage. Yeah, 540 million. But I had the camp earlier, so it's normal that it deals more damage than the wall, I guess. And they are both firing at the same rate, every 10 seconds. I'm not expecting the wall to deal more damage than the camp, to be honest. But who knows? Alright, so let's just build that, upgrade the wall one more time, get back in battle. Alright, the birds kill me as always. I got one more upgrade on the meteorite. Flame strike upgrade. Okay, the wave is over. Let's check the damage coming from my buildings. Hellgate right below the Balrog city. This is pretty interesting to see that. Alright, I can have one more upgrade on that building right there. And let's keep going with that. I have one more upgrade. The wall is maxed out. And the camp as well. So let's see how much damage I can release with that. On the next wave, I'm gonna deploy the towers because the wall is probably gonna get destroyed, and so it is gonna boost my other buildings. And since it is a feature coming from the wall, I need to do that. Okay, Flame Strike maxed out. It's not releasing a crazy amount of damage, but still, it is helping a lot. At least it is performing way better than the other buildings I had before, so should be way easier to beat all these other waves. Okay, so everything is maxed out right there. I'm gonna build that thing right there. Yeah, why not? Maxed out. So you have the barracks. And I'm gonna deploy 2 towers, I guess. Only 2 towers, so I have 3 buildings nearby, so they are... The wall, after getting destroyed, is gonna buff these units. But this is yeah, you know what, I'm gonna deploy that. So it's gonna buff my towers. Let's go in battle with that. So by the way, I have 4 towers, level 1. We will check the final score at the end, guys. To see if the towers can release more damage than the wall. The boss is already half HP. This is ridiculous, guys. They won't have time to destroy the wall. Yeah, the boss is already dead. What the fuck is that? Alright, Baroque City, 34 billion. Look at the Inferno Tower, guys. Level 1. I have 4, but they are all level 1. 12 billion. This is insane. This is the top 1 building. This is the top 2 building. Then this is probably between the Hellgate and the Archers. I think the Archers are above that. So, the Inferno Tower, the Baroque City, the Archer Barracks, then you have the Hellgate, and finally the Bone Burial Ground. In last position, in my opinion. Alright guys, I'm quitting the content right there. If I go in PvP, unfortunately I can't find the player on who I want to try my towers, my buildings. He's not there in the ranking, like he's top 15, but I can't manage to find him anywhere. Look at that. On my previous video it was doing the same. I just don't know why that player is non-existent in the ranking right there. I just can't find him. Like, he was top 10 before, then top 13, then top 15. I get all the heroes, all the players around that player, but I can't find him. Look at that, 13, 14, 16, and the top 15 is not there. This is the only player on who I can try my build, guys. So unfortunately, I just can't do my test. Look at that, one more time, I'm getting everyone around, and I can't find him. I just don't know what the fuck is happening with that player. Look at that, one more time, top 14, top 16, but that player is not showing up. So whatever, guys, I apologize about that. I would have tried that in PvP, but since this is the only guy on who I can try my build, the other ones I'm one-shotting them directly at the start, or I'm getting one-shotted because you have a too much power difference between the players. So yeah, I apologize about that. On the next video, guys, I am gonna try all the buildings at once, and I will probably destroy the content. Let me know what you think about that in the comment below. Have a nice day, guys. Take care and see you on the next video. Bye bye.